Hello, welcome to CryoNews Special Market Edition. Stock market is down globally. Japan's Nikkei fell 13.5%, making its worst performance in the history of the Japanese index. This is a significant drop, indicating a major crash in the Japanese stock market. Taiwan's stock market also crashed at 8.4%, marking its worst drop since 1967. South Korea's stock market is down 8.8%. And Bitcoin price has gone down about 5,000. It's around 52,000 as of this post. Let's get into some science news now. I have lots of science news for everybody. Neurosciencenews.com. Consciousness and AI, distinguishing reality from simulation. A new study examines the possibility of consciousness in artificial systems, focusing on ruling out scenarios where AI appears conscious without actually being so. Cool. From Neurosciencenews.com. Astrocytes, the unsung heroes of learning and memory. Astrocytes, star-shaped glial cells in the brain, play a crucial role in learning and memory by regulating synaptic plasticity. Researchers developed a biophysical model showing how astrocytes interact with nerve cells to facilitate rapid adaptation to new information. That is amazing. 20 years ago, we used to, half the brain is made of glial cells or something, and we didn't think they did very much, and they do a heck of a lot, is what it sounds like. Neurosciencenews.com. Mindfulness training can lead to altered states of consciousness, such as disembodiment and unity. Researchers found participants were twice as likely to experience these states compared to a control group. And the title is Mindfulness Can Induce Altered States of Consciousness. Okay, that's pretty cool. Remember to keep meditating, people. LiveScience.com. Time might be a mirage created by quantum physics, study suggests. Physicists have struggled to understand the nature of time since the field began, but a new theoretical study suggests time could be an illusion woven at the quantum level. Well, I'm not quite sure I agree with that. I think there's 2 arrows of time, at least. The arrow, 99.99% of the time it goes forward, but I think things from the future ripple backward through time as well. That's just my point of view. SciTechDaily.com. Asteroid sample surprise. Bennu holds the solar system original ingredients. Oh, that's so cool. SciTechDaily.com. Quantum tech goes 10x, achieving unprecedented system performance. Very cool. Ancient temple and theater, 3,500 years older than Machu Picchu, discovered in Peru. From CNN.com. Phys.org. Researchers realize time reversal through input-output indefiniteness. This is from Phys.org. This is talking about fucking time going backwards, I think. The notion that time flows inexorably from the past to the future is deeply rooted in people's minds. However, the laws of physics that govern the motion of objects in the microscopic world do not deliberately distinguish the direction of time. That is... See how science is not always an exact science. It can contradict each other. Here's another one. SciTechDaily.com. The crystal that can bend time. Researchers have created an extremely exotic state of matter. Its atoms have a diameter 100 times larger than usual. This new state of matter does not repeat in space like traditional crystals, but in time, displaying spontaneous periodic rhythms without an external stimulus, a phenomenon known as spontaneous symmetry breaking. Cool. See, crystals are amazing. Crystals are amazing. Phys.org. Using a cell phone compass to measure tiny concentrations of compounds important for human health. Nearly every modern cell phone has a built-in compass or magnetometer that detects direction of Earth's magnetic field, providing critical information for navigation. Now a team of researchers have developed a technique that uses an ordinary magnetometer. I can't do it. Magnetometer for an entirely different purpose, to measure the concentration of glucose, a marker for diabetes, to high accuracy. Cool. Phys.org. Implantable batteries can run on the body's own oxygen. From pacemakers to neurostimulators, implantable medical devices rely on batteries to keep the heart on beat and to dampen pain. But batteries eventually run low and require invasive surgeries to replace. To address these challenges, researchers in China devised an implantable battery that runs on oxygen in the body. Oh, that's amazing. When you think about it, oxygen is the source of our life. If we can leverage the continuous supply of oxygen in the body, battery life won't be limited by the finite materials within conventional batteries. Making strides every day, people. Breaking physics, how solitons bend time, space, and rules. SciTechDaily.com. You'll have to look that up. Solitons. Common plastic additive linked to autism and ADHD. Thanks. SciAlert.com. DNA damage and inflammation key to memory formation. Researchers unveiled groundbreaking discovery that DNA damage and brain inflammation are vital processes for forming long-term memories, particularly in the brain's hippocampus. Contrary to previous beliefs associating inflammation with neurological diseases, this study highlights inflammation's critical role in active memory formation through the activation of the toll-like receptor 9 pathway following DNA damage in hippocampal neurons. See, sometimes a little trauma can be enlightening. NewScientist.com. We've glimpsed something that behaves like a particle of gravity. Gravitons. Alright. Sorry, that shit's just too cutting edge for me. First ever, IFLScience.com. First ever unconventional superconductor found in nature. This is the fourth naturally occurring superconductor. Image of Maya-site crystal grown for this work. Interesting. Scientists have found the first unconventional superconductor whose chemical composition is also found in nature. The material in question is called Maya-site, a truly peculiar substance. There are only 3 other natural superconductors, but they follow the rules of Bardeen-Copper-Schiffer theory, the first microscopic theory of superconductivity. Lab-grown Maya-site is different. Lab-grown Maya-site. Interesting. SciTechDaily.com. Opposites attract, likes repel. Scientists overturn fundamental principle of physics. A new study is overturned. Opposite charges attract, like charges repel is fundamental. Published in the Journal of Nature and Nanotechnology, has demonstrated that similarly charged particles in solution can, in fact, attract each other over long distances. Just as surprisingly, the team found that the effect is different for positively and negatively charged particles depending on the solvent. Besides overturning long-held beliefs, these results have immediate implications for a range of processes that involve interparticle and intermolecule interactions across various length scales, including self-assembly, crystallization, and phase separation. So what does this mean? These findings are surprising because they seem to contradict the central electromagnetic principle that the force between charges of the same sign is repulsive at all separations. Interesting. From BigThink.com, cyborg computer combining AI and human brain cells really works. It can perform a speech recognition task with 78% accuracy. A new biohybrid computer combining a brain organoid and a traditional AI was able to perform a speech recognition task, 78% accuracy. It's going to be speaking better than me, that's for sure. NeuroscienceNews.com. Mind over matter. Perception of time influences wound healing. Perceived time significantly impacts the healing of physical wounds. Researchers found wounds healed faster when participants believed more time had passed, challenging conventional beliefs about psychological effects on physical health. What? So if you feel that it's going to take longer to heal, then it will? That's crazy. I think that was the gist of it. Futurism.com. New mapping finds the oceans are filled with dark vessels. Researchers have exposed an enormous quantity of previously untracked human activity at sea using a combination of satellite imagery, vessels, GPS data, and AI. Researchers found that a whopping 72 to 76% of the world's industrial fishing vessels aren't being publicly tracked, with almost a third of transport and energy vessel activity found missing from public tracking systems. Dark vessels. Oof. I wonder if that also means like Houthi rebels and stuff. Haha. SciTechDaily.com. Ultra-large structure discovered in distant space defies our current understanding of the universe. Along previous discovered giant structures. The big ring in the sky is 9.2 billion light years from Earth. It has a diameter of about 1.3 billion light years. Cool. PopularMechanics.com. A scientific breakthrough has unveiled the ancient source of our pain. DNA study leads researchers to pin humanity's low pain thresholds on Neanderthals. So I must be part Neanderthal. That makes so much sense. The team believes that thousands of years ago, interbreeding caused the development of key traits that were then passed down to modern humans. As the study of Neanderthals continues. Additional traits join the growing list of similarities between the species and modern humans. Not a fan of getting shots at the doctor or sitting for tattoos? Your low pain threshold could just be a factor of your genetics. Holy shit. Neanderthals interbreeding to low thresholds for specific types of pain in modern humans. Okay, I have a blame now. I have Neanderthal genes inside me. It all makes sense now. I'm so glad I read that. AdvancedScienceNews.com. Titanium-based metamaterial unlocks strength beyond nature. A groundbreaking titanium metamaterial with unparalleled strength and versatility could revolutionize manufacturing and high-speed aviation. Cool. It's called TI6AL4V. GamesRadar.com. After 3 years of a lot of painful work, first-time dev had no idea his game was one of the best-reviewed Steam releases of the year. Sheepy, a short adventure, is a certified totally free hit. It's called Sheepy, and it's on Steam. Cool. Phys.org. Paleontological analysis shows renowned fossil thought to show soft tissue preservation is, in fact, just paint. There may be a dark mirror universe within ours where atoms failed to form, new study suggests. The invisible substance called dark matter remains one of the biggest cosmological mysteries. Perhaps a new study suggests this strange substance arises from a dark mirror universe that's been linked to ours since the dawn of time. Cool. News-medical.net. Unlocking the secrets of our dark genome. Scientists crack the code of line-1. A multidisciplinary study published in Nature has elucidated the structure of our machinery responsible for writing much of our dark genome, the 98% of our DNA that has largely unknown biological function. These results may spur entirely novel treatments for autoimmune diseases, cancer, or neurodegeneration. Cool. Oh my god. Line 1. Published structural details of virus-like element known as line 1. They describe it as an ancient genetic parasite that is one of the most common parts of human DNA. That's so cool. Line 1 can act as jumping genes and have written a large fraction of our dark genome by a copy and paste mechanism. So we got like viruses and stuff like inside our DNA. That's crazy. Viz.org. Our ligaments and bones don't grow the way we thought, new research finds. New research, scientists question long-held belief that connective tissues that give us mechanical strength and form the human body by cells coming together. Instead, our tissues are more likely formed by cells pulling apart. Yeah, that's what bodybuilders have known for years. ScienceAlert.com. A sprinkle of gold dust could help reverse symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Okay, let's get that gold dust out to all the shaky boys out there. Tom'sHardware.com. Your fingerprints can be recreated from the sounds made when you swipe on a touchscreen. Chinese and U.S. researchers show new side channel can reproduce fingerprints to enable attacks. Researchers claim they can successfully attack up to 27.9% of partial fingerprints. That's wow. Okay. Last one. You've probably already heard about this one before. Slashdot.org. This is from like 4 months ago. Frozen embryos are children, according to Alabama Supreme Court. That is going to cause a lot of drama. Okay, one more. Forbes.com. Living underwater in the remarkable new Sentinel habitat. Ooh, they got an underwater habitat. A new deep-sea habitat project has been launched by ocean technology and exploration company Deep, which has announced plans to create a permanent human presence under the oceans by 2027. Okay, Adam Jensen, let's do it. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed CryoNews for today, and please remember to follow, like, and subscribe, and comment. Yeah, and be careful with your finances because of the whole financial collapse thing.